to the studio at African Utility Week and Power Gen Africa. Today I'm speaking with Carly Althoff on the topic of distributed energy infrastructure design. Welcome, Carly.
Hi, it's good to be here.
Thank you for joining us. Carly, I want us to talk about energy infrastructure design on the distributed side. So my first question is, where in Africa would you say this infrastructure design is advancing, and what is enabling the progress?
So, great question. What I found is that all around Africa, there's such a vastly diverse demand for infrastructure, infrastructure and energy distribution. And on my side, on the architecture side, and my experience is mostly based in East Africa. So, what I found in working in Rwanda is that there's a huge support as far as policy and government support, and people want to see more access, and that's not only to electricity but also on the community side with productive use of equipment and with kind of economic stimulation in local areas. There's a huge need for that, and I think all around Africa, not only East Africa, but there's a need, and so it's really interesting to see how the need has grown and how the need has changed, how diverse it is, and it's really interesting.
It's interesting, really, as you're saying it. And also, how important would you say is the incorporation of energy efficiency in the design of the building?
Yeah, energy efficiency is hugely important in as far as sustainability of the facilities, of the carbon footprint of the building. I have a bit of a specialty in passive design, passive architecture, and I find that a building that is energy efficient and net zero carbon footprint, as opposed to something that consumes a lot more energy. Is much more sustainable and lasts long term. It benefits people, it benefits the environment, and is much more preferable as far as sustainability goes.
In your knowledge, how well would you say green building is charting on a global scale?
It's huge. There's so many people talking about this. There's a discussion in all different industries about how to make kind of holistic community design, holistic planning more sustainable and green and more eco-friendly. And that goes, the design side goes hand in hand with energy access and infrastructure. So I think on a global scale, there are, you have different economies, different policy systems, and different needs all over the world. But I think the biggest need is in social development, social impact, and how to integrate that with sustainable green design is sort of what the industry is trying to experiment with and figure out what's the best solution. The solution varies, but I think it's kind of at the forefront. It's at the top of the priority list in development and in architecture and energy, and so it's really fascinating to be part of that sort of experimentation and that trial and error process, and so it'll be a while before we discover what works best in each area, but that will probably also fluctuate.
But it's great to know that the global community is actually embracing going green.
Yeah, embracing it, moving forward. People are excited about it, and there's a huge need in the world.
There is. Well, thank you for your time, Carly. That's all we have for now.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Carly, for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our channel now for more industry-related content.